So People Pleaser is the first single, the lead single. It's out. Was that first released exclusively to Wavlake? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes, it was. It was really exciting because so we released People Pleaser exclusively in the Value verse a week before it came out on all of the traditionals because and I really wanted to put an emphasis on Wavlake and Fountain because they've just been so wonderful to me and uplifting me and my music ever since I got into this space. What is it? It's July 1st as we're recording this. It was July of last year that I got into Bitcoin and value for value and lightning and all this. And so we knew that when it was time to start releasing music, it was like, all right, let's send it over to our guys and they're going to take care of us. And that's exactly what happened.
So explain to me July 2023. What happened? You went somewhere. Where did you go? How did it start?
Absolutely. So been in this space for about a year and I kind of understand like all the inner machinations of this whole world. It honestly kind of felt like July of last year was like the tipping point. So for the past 2 or 3 years, my dad has been a big like kind of Bitcoin crypto enthusiast. He'd been following along with it. And whenever he would kind of like tell me and my mom about his findings, we'd be like, all right, Jim, like cool, glad you're having fun, but you know what? We're going to let you do you on this one. And then, so who'd have thunk there's this place in Nashville called Bitcoin Park. And it's right down by Music Row, where if you're familiar with Nashville, Music Row is where all of the labels are. It's where all the publishing houses are. It's like this very historic, very like magical place when you visit Nashville for the first time. And Bitcoin Park is like right by Music Row. And it's actually, if I'm remembering this correctly, I think it's actually the old Florida Georgia Line houses where Florida Georgia Line like wrote and recorded. You should like want to come in and check this out. And me being an indie artist, like having kind of been pulling from everything that's been coming out in the past few years and just adding it to the roster. I'm like, why not? Let's go check it out. Worst thing that happens is like, I don't think it's the right fit and I don't use it. I don't do anything with it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was not the case at all. So we went to the Wavlake demo. I think they were having a couple that week. And I was just like, I went with my mom and my dad was there because he was also, the punchline of the joke is my dad's day job is he's a mortgage officer. So the joke is he went to Bitcoin Park to sell a bunch of like young hip kids some mortgages and he got sold on Bitcoin. So he told me and my mom to come down to the Wavlake Summit or the Wavlake demo. We went down, we sat in for an hour and a half or so, and it was just so cool. And then we went home, we thought about it, and we were like, put a song up and see what happens. But then, very long story short, I put this song up called Cherry on Top, which is a song that I wrote by myself. It was the only song I had up on Wavlake. It kind of like blows up in this lightning Bitcoin community. Curry puts it on his podcast, which then like this whole other smorgasbord of podcasts like starts to put Cherry on Top on. Cherry on Top becomes the first song on Wavlake to hit 1 million sats. The rest is history. Now I'm just like living my life in this Bitcoin world and it's really fun and cool.
Right, because I think Adam Curry, Boostagram Ball came out about a year ago, right? It would have been summer 2023. I remember listening to that first episode and going, this is amazing. How do I do that? So fast forward to today, I'm doing that.